I mean, brother, I also have a question for you. We have various different types of Bibles. We have the Bible for King James Version, and we have the Bible for the Catholics. The one for the Catholics, it has 73 books, and the other one has 66 books. So I would like to know which among these two Bibles is correct. Please, can you answer me?
Thank you very much. An excellent question that demands an answer. 66 books are the ones that have been accepted in the Bible. The extra 7 are called deuterocanonical or apocrypha, because when the canon was being discovered by the church fathers did not see the 7 as having measuring up to God's revelation. One, the time they were revealed is what is called the intertestamental period, when God was silent, because the last book to be revealed in the Old Testament was the book of Malachi. These 7 are written at a time when God had stopped speaking until when the word came to John, according to the book of Luke chapter 1. So, for instance, the book of Tobit, the book of Judith, the book of Ecclesiasticus, the book of Maccabees, the book of Esdras cannot be confirmed. Their historicity cannot be confirmed. There cannot be any internal or external evidence about them as having measured to the standard of the other 66 books. The apostles had to quote those books authoritatively, and we see that the 7, none of the apostles quoted them as having been revealed by God or having been authoritative. So if we take the implemental Bible and the other Bible that has 66, I can only say that the implemental Bible is right only as far as 66 books are concerned. The rest have doubts and even teach some doctrines that are contrary to the other 66 books. And the people that were discovering the canon would dismiss a book if it taught one teaching that was contrary to the Bible. For instance, I'll give an example. In the book of Tobit, there is that angel who is called I can't remember the name, but this angel lies to Tobias when he tells him to say that I am your relative. Yet the other 66 books would teach that we should not lie. In the book of Second Maccabees, it talks about how people would pay money for the rescue of their dead, and this is not taught in the Bible. So the 7 books, in as much as they may be very good in the stories, have teachings that are contrary to the other 66. So as far as the Bible is concerned, 66 books are the correct ones, and they are the ones that have been held for the last 2,000 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much for answering that question. If I may add a little bit question,
Yes.
The first church in the world was the Catholic Church, right? The one is called Saint Peter's, the one which is in Rome. And this book is whereby we find they use the book whereby they have 73 books, the Catholic one, and the Protestant one came later. So what can you tell these people who are still using the book of a Catholic one, yani the one that has 73 books? What can you tell them? Because according to my understanding, uh, Catholics are the founder of all church in the world. So what can you tell them?
Okay, thank you very much. Allow me just to make a slight modification. The first church, the word Catholic means universal. There is the first church that was born on the day of Pentecost when the Apostle Peter preached and 3,000 were added to the church. The Roman Catholic Church came some hundreds of years after, but then it was the prominent church upon which there is what the historians call dark ages, which might have ended on the 31st of October 1517, when Martin Luther put the 95 Theses in the Church of Wittenberg, and the Protestant movement was born. So, it is important to note that the word Catholic means universal, but then the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, became prominent, and this is where we find these books. So my advice, or my humble opinion, would be we stick to the 66 books of the Bible, because they are the ones that are truly inspired. The 7 can be instructive. For instance, the wisdom of Ben Sira, Jesus Ben Sira, or Ecclesiasticus, has some very good advice, very good poetic and philosophical wisdom, but it was not inspired like the way the book of Proverbs, the way the book of Psalms, or the book of Isaiah are inspired. But you can read them for some instruction, but not necessarily as a revelation from God. So I would encourage we stick to the 66 books.